I'm very excited about it too. Yeah, as you probably all know, David and I and Peter Noonan are going to be working together, doing some stuff. Peter has his own solo tour. And just a moment to also thank you, personally, thank you for all coming up and showing up and showing your love and affection for everybody, the Monkees and all of us, and of course for Davey. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, I shouldn't be the master of ceremonies here, but I am. Thank you. I want to tell you that because we have never really spent a moment talking to one another.
We're already over the limit right now.
I see. Another freaking comedian. Okay. Here I am showing up as a fan, going, I just want to tell you I am a big fan of yours, and I mean it, and always have been. And thank you for giving me all of the joy and pleasure and happiness that I got from watching you guys and listening to you guys. And I'm thrilled to be, well, thank you, Pete. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah. Anyway, God bless you all. And thank you for letting me come and share my stories with you, and for being able to share this with the girls, too.
Is this like a magical moment, ladies and gentlemen, on stage? Jamie Barnes, Peter Clark, Indy Nolan, David Cassidy. Put your cameras down and applaud, ladies and gentlemen.
Everybody's pictures are going to be shaking. Thank you all for coming. Wonderful.
We anticipated something else, but we got, I think, a lot more than we anticipated, and a lot more than we expected. It was very special. But I got before we say goodbye to David, we have someone else we'd like you to meet. A gentleman who actually wrote, David, he actually wrote a song that you had a big hit with. L. Russell Brown, come over and say hello. This is a surprise.
First, there's been a lot of thanks going around here, but there's no thanks like thanking the man who gave you
Thank you, Peter. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, David Cassidy. Thank you, L. Russell Brown. And thank you for the crowd for being all the
hours later. And as a little bit of explanation, we did a couple of the two little skits that you're going to see were favorites of Davy's, and we did them privately for him as a joke, riding in a van that afternoon, and then that night, while we were on stage performing, he would say, "Hey, Sandy, come down and do the little thing you did in the van." This is in front of thousands of people. So, in memory of Davey and in memory of the good times we had, is in his solo band and as part of the Monkey Tours, David Alexander and I are going to reprise two of Davey's favorite things. So we're just pretending we're in the middle of a monkey show, and he goes, "Hey, Sandy, grab the towel and come down." It's been a long time. Enid, why are you shaking? You kind of look like a sack full of ferrets having a fight. Now, I see a nice warm dinner plate there. It's empty. I see a frosty beer glass there, Enid. But all day I've been looking for you. Where you been? There's no dinner on the table, Enid Bunker.
Well, Archie, Gloria just had the baby. So I was upstairs in the attic looking for the bassinet.
know he ain't old enough to play one of those here. Now stifle yourself and get the beer on the table, eat it. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Archie, guess who's coming to dinner? A monkey's coming to dinner.
Oh, jeez, you know the zoo ain't open yet. What do you mean a monkey's coming to dinner?
Not the zoo. Mickey Dolenz, ladies and gentlemen.
This is for the Sandy and Kofi Show.
Why, huh? You never got an intro like
And I got there, and we got there to the show. And I remember thinking, I hope they do, their hits. Because you don't know. You never know. I hope they do Kathy's Clown. I hope they do, all these songs that I remembered so clearly. And I got there, and sure enough, they sounded exactly like they did. And they were singing Kathy, and I was standing up crying. Don't want your love anymore. It's Kathy. And I remember thinking at the time, and there was no plans to go back and do any monkey stuff or any show business stuff, performing. But I do remember thinking, if I ever asked to go back and sing some of those songs, I'm going to do it just as they remember it, because ultimately, and this last show we did was a good example of that. The little subliminal theme, to some degree, was these songs don't belong to us anymore. They belong to you. That is what Mike Nesmith's song, Tapioca Tundra, means. That's what it was about. It cannot be a part of me because now it's part of you. And he wrote that in the 60s. Oh, he's smart. He's a real... It took me another 30 years to figure it out. And it's true. And if you get that, Galaxy Quest... You've seen Galaxy Quest? These three gentlemen originally said we want to start a private club. We're going to call it the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and we're going to let in who we want. And like a golf club, they have every right to do that. It's not a democratic popular vote or record sales or every person in the record and music industry voting. No, it's a private club. And they have the right to let in who they want, or not.
And whether it be the Monkees or yourself as a solo artist, you should be in it. This is the greatest rock and roll pop voice. The party might be close, but... Fred Velez, we want to have the people ask you questions. Raise your hand, he will come to you. Our first question, yes.
Hello, Mickey. It's lovely to meet you. I wanted to ask a question, having come from the UK. It was lovely that you did the concert last year, but is there any plans to come and do it in the UK?
Well, there's always plans. Make me an offer. There's always somebody that is inquiring, and it becomes, an economic issue and a scheduling issue and a creative issue, and there's lots of. But I love being there. As you probably know, I'm a huge Anglophile. I did Hairspray over there for the best part of a year or more. And I was just offered another musical, but I couldn't do it because of scheduling. I was offered a